Yes, my name is Anouk. I work as an education strategy and production team manager at InnoEnergy. And I wanted to say a few words about InnoEnergy and challenge-based learning and why we believe so strongly into this methodology. So if you show the next slide, Josep. So yeah, InnoEnergy, and we are participating with several colleagues in the Epicure forum here to share our experiences about challenge-based learning. So InnoEnergy is part of the European Institute of Innovation and Technology. And InnoEnergy's mission is to boost sustainable energy innovations in the EU. And we do that by bringing together the three elements of the knowledge triangle that you can see on the slide. So we link education to research and industry. And so next to our business creation support services and the innovation project support services, we have a number of educational services. And there our mission is to reinforce that sustainable energy innovation capacity in the EU. We want to create the entrepreneurs of tomorrow. So on the next slide, then why do we believe so much in challenge-based learning? Just to indicate that we have a master school with 8 programs delivered by our partner universities and business schools. And next to the master school programs, we also have professional learning with a number of executive education programs and professional learning programs. So then on the next slide that I wanted to bring up the challenge-based learning. So that is also bringing together those 3 elements of the knowledge triangle. So experiential learning formats, challenge-based learning is really about giving students a challenge, a sustainable energy challenge to solve. They are really learning through first-hand experience. It's learning by doing and then reflecting about the learning. Because in the challenge-based learning, the idea is to give the students a real-world problem that they will work on in teams to develop a solution to that particular challenge. So why is this so interesting then, this methodology? Because it allows us to bring the real world into education. So the groups of students, they work on real authentic energy challenges. And by that, we make the education directly relevant to the Green Deal ambition. So part of the challenge is to solve the energy challenge. It's education with impact, because when students are creating their challenges, they create an impact. They come with informed decision-based concrete solutions to those challenges, and they're really making a difference for the challenge stakeholders or the challenge owners. The work on those challenges also helps us to foster that entrepreneurial spirit, to help creating or boosting those innovation skills in our students. And they need to interact with society and companies. So really developing, using the language that societal stakeholders and companies understand. So they need to practice those communication skills that are so important. The challenges also connect students to the job markets. So bridging then education to industry or their future careers. Students need to practice their 21st century skills, and they apply their research methods really in a very concrete field of application. And the methodology, the CBL methodology, also helps us to support teachers, bringing also new skills to the teachers, mentoring skills, coaching skills that are also is crucial in the changing role of the teacher in the 21st century. So on the next slide, we have some examples of how we apply then the challenge-based learning in our programs, so also events. So on the one hand, we have challenges, which you could say they are consultancy projects that students carry out within the master programs. And Josep will be presenting several of his engineering and business challenges that he runs at the master school. Cesare Valderrama, who's also participating in the forum, will be talking about the Cohic Green Energy Islands project, which is a project of the year. So that's the first type and the main type of challenge-based learning that we have at InnoEnergy. We also run sometimes massive company challenges. Our master students, PhD students solve challenges that are given to them by big industry partners. We help company competition to disseminate the competition in our network. And we also have smaller challenges, just a few days challenges, the career impact challenges, or hackathon events where matchmaking is combined with students solving a real challenge. And finally, we have in our professional learning programs also bespoke in-house programs where we use the challenge-based learning approach. So with this introduction, with this context to CBL and InnoEnergy, I would like to give the word to Josep because he is our main pioneer in the InnoEnergy master programs. He has been applying the CBL in the RENE, the Renewable Energies master program, for several years. So up to you, Josep.
Thanks a lot, Anouk. This is a fantastic context for everything. So let me try to explain in this slide the main purpose about what we want to do and how to do it. No, so here you can see probably you have seen this is a kind of folklore activity in the area of Barcelona. And where teams of people, big teams of people, let's say 300, 400 people, are building human castles like this. And from my perspective as an engineer, what I see first here is I see a kind of complex structure. I see structural mechanics here. I also see here a tower, a thin tower, that from the control point of view is a marginally stable system. This means that any disturbance would create here the tower to collapse. Okay, this is purely rational, and these people are dealing with this rational and technical and scientific problems. But on top of that, if you pay a little more attention, you will see here, if you pay attention, that on the top of the tower, we have a kit going up close to 20 meters. So this means that when the tower is being built with all the 400 people being prepared, with the manager organizing everything, and they are organizing the different floors, one progressing, and so at the end it may happen that the kit, for whatever the reason, is not going to raise up to the top of the tower. And this is something that the manager has to be able to manage in advance. And the point in this is a real world problem. And this is something that all the preparation that you have made with technology, science, structural mechanics, control systems, and so is not going to be worth it. So we describe these kind of problems with a Catalan saying, in Catalan we say seny I rauxa. The direct translation of that is that in life we have to combine sense, the rational part, and passion. We can also give an interpretation of that we have to combine brain and heart. Okay, nice. But I think that my favorite translation is that at the end, this is a problem where we have to mix science and art. And this is a point, because here we have a kind of art on it. The manager has to be a little bit artistic in understanding that the people that are planned to be building this tower, at that moment, they are prepared. So this is the kind of challenges that we want to face, something that cannot be described by differential equations with boundary conditions, and the solution is not unique. That's the point, okay? How to do it? Again, we like triangles in ENERGY. And here we can see how in all these challenges, we combine a technological problem with some part of innovation and with a business and social impact measured in terms of sustainable development goals that is given really the final impact of what we're doing. And by the way, this is super appreciated by the students. We are making this with the collaboration of many stakeholders. This is one of the main goodies of an alliance like EIT InnoEnergy. We have the European Union, the universities and business schools, as Anouk has already mentioned. Industry, we have more than 300 industry partners on it. We have research centers, we have institutions, NGOs, and more. So this is super rich. And this permits to us to approach three main intended learning outcomes. Essentially, we prepare our students, we train our students to be able to generate new ideas in terms of new technologies, new products, new services, or even new businesses. Doing this in an innovative way. And very important, being prepared for decision-making under uncertainty. That's the key point. We're facing something that is not deterministic. So all in all, here we try to explain in one slide how we make possible this process in the 2 years of the master program. Essentially, we combine here different methods to prepare progressively the students. First, we have 3 steps. First, of course, we prepare the students in technology. That's evident. That's a necessary condition, but not sufficient. And the sufficient condition is given by first, we prepare them with some training about business, innovation, management that is given by the business schools. This can contextualize using the case method taken from Harvard. Then we practice with them some projects in collaboration, PBL approach, Folklore and university and others. And final is the CBL module, the challenge-based learning. This challenge-based learning, taking into account the experience the students have taken from the previous modules, the previous steps, is being done again in collaboration with NGOs, institutions, companies, and facing societal innovation or sustain SDGs challenges. No? So really at the end, we are able to combine technology, business and society in order to generate a significant output in the terms that Anouk was describing before. No? So impact, contributing to competitiveness, etc. Finally, that's the last slide. I see Eva is kindly suggesting to close the talk. We have measured if this is working or not. And here we have essentially 2 figures to share with you. With this, comparing this, the effectiveness of these courses based in CBL with regular good courses, we have a 25% boost in student satisfaction. And if we compare the satisfaction at program level, then the boost is even higher, is a little bit more of 40% improvement in the satisfaction of the students and the companies, because the companies and NGOs are also very happy. So all in all, this is our experience to share with you today. And of course, we really appreciate your attention. Thanks a lot.